Tuesday morning, it was fireworks from the Super Arena in Saitama, Japan, and Bonsai for the WBC, WBA, IBF Bantamweight Championship of the World. Naoya Inoue, the monster, roars like Godzilla, stopping Nonito Donaire in 2 rounds.
Listen, this is, well, yeah, talk about a statement performance right here. This I was not shocked by, to tell you the truth.
To this degree, though?
No, I wasn't. I really wasn't.
You thought it would just go 2 rounds?
I thought it would be this way the first time around.
Okay.
I really did. I thought it was going to be this way the first time around, and I thought Donaire, it was one of those, like when you say a great fighter has one last great fight in him, that was it, that last one. Because I actually thought what happened in the second fight was going to happen in the first fight. But let me preface it by saying I want to give props to Donaire because he did such a remarkable job reinventing himself. When after Nicholas Walters just pretty much demolished him, I thought, oh, wow, it's going to be tough to get.
2014, by the way.
Exactly. So the fact that he was able to resurrect his career and have the mental toughness and fortitude to come back, be a champion, really be relevant again, just a tip of the hat because that shows a lot. That shows a lot of heart, a lot of courage, a lot of balls. He's a tough-minded guy. But Inoue is something special. And I thought the last great fight he had in him was, I actually thought, like I said, this was going to happen the first time, but he was very competitive the first time out. But at some point, Father Time catches up with you, and I think it was a combination of that, and Inoue is just that good.
Inoue is the best blend of speed, power, and technique around in boxing. Certain guys are fast, they're not that powerful. Certain guys that have a lot of power aren't that quick, and it's trigger pull. And
He's
what
got
the
that
great
Pacquiao-esque sort
and
of,
what the
yes.
great fighters have from a technical standpoint, regardless of style, they have no wasted motion. And if you look at Inoue, his punches are from A to B. I mean, sometimes he hides his punches to a point. I don't even think Nonito Donaire saw the first right hand that floored him at the end of round 1.
The thing about Inoue, I've never seen a fighter. You could see the torque. He looks like right. He looks like a spinning top. I've never seen the torque so exaggerated, and he generates so much power. But it's that you can literally see his hips working in the way the torque action he has, and he seems to be much more where he might have relied a little bit more on his power. He's starting to get a lot more relaxed with his punch selection out there. Dangerous guy. I don't know how high his ceiling is with as far as the weight.
Well, keep this in mind. He won a title at 108, skipped 112, won a title at 115. Now he's a bantamweight champion. I believe at 122 is probably the threshold. Now let's take a look at the landscape. He is the WBC, WBA, and IBF bantamweight titleist. There's one more guy out there, WBO champion Paul Butler, who I believe will serve up his title soon. But here's the question that I have. I almost feel as though during his run with Top Rank, yes, there's been COVID. And my understanding is even in Japan, the restrictions are still a lot different than they are now. Okay? So you've had issues keeping him active. It's almost like we don't see him enough. I really believe, and again, I understand he wants that last title, the WBO belt of Butler. And I'm reading reports, okay, we can do that in December.
December's a long time.
He just fought.
And it was 2 rounds.
He just fought 4.5 minutes. Right? And so he hadn't had a fight till December, takes 7 months off, and he's the type of guy, Mario, and I've said this, he's what I call a red ink guy. When he fights on that calendar, my Miami Hurricanes calendar, Snoopy calendar, I'm putting it in red ink, and I'm telling people, don't call me unless you want to watch the fight. I'm not doing any. I would say, honey, Courtney, I give you a lot of nights. This is Inoue fight night. Boxing fans, I think, have made him.
My wife planning going over your house or what?
Well, no, I'm just saying. Don't make any plans with the in-laws. He's fighting. We don't get to see him. And I've told this to Todd DeBuff. I said, Todd, one of the problems with the sport is, and it's not a top rank problem, I don't get to see my favorite fighters more than twice a year.
Not only is it a problem for the fighters themselves because they don't get to make a lot of money, but you're also doing a disservice to them as far as their marketing is concerned because out of sight, out of mind, you don't get to build on momentum. The fans sort of forget who they are.
Yeah.
It's discouraging.
It's a niche sport with the fighter who's a foreigner who does not speak English. And unlike a Manny Pacquiao, who had a lot of Mexican opponents, there's not that built-in marketing. Now, Ring Magazine gave him the honor of saying that Inoue is Ichiban, #1 pound for pound. Agree or disagree?
At the moment, I don't have a problem with that.
It's between him, Crawford, and Usyk.
Yeah, that's the top 3.
That's the lethal weapon
That's
three.
The 3. That's the top 3, and you got to put Canelo in there if it's a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, and maybe Errol Spence at number 5. I think those guys have clearly, because Josh Taylor, sorry, Josh, that last fight.
No.
Move over, Bacon. Make way for something leaner. I just can't put him up there, but I hope Inoue can at least fight twice more. He's 29 years old, which isn't old, but again, he's a smaller fighter. They age a little bit differently. And the next fantasy fight that I know is going to let down boxing fans because they'd love to see it, Stephen Fulton's made it clear, hey, once I clear up 122, I'd like to fight Inoue, who I think has said, look, I probably got more mountains to climb. What a fight that would be. Who would you favor?
Inoue.
So do I. Power. Yeah. I think his power carries up to 22.
I think yeah. Because he looks, if this makes any sense, kind of big for that weight class, right? It's not like, even if his power diminishes a little, it's still a lot.
And
of
also,
power.
he's got quick feet. That's the thing. He's a very, very good athlete.
He's an athletic guy.